Bello, you ready, bro?
Yeah, yeah. What's up, my people? How na
We
day
good, we
this
good, we
evening?
good, we good.
Welcome to another episode of the Brima and Adika show. Today we are joined by Naza and maybe some other people in the near future.
We
How
fine,
na
oh,
day
we
now?
fine, we fine.
Fine.
Yeah, Naza is I say Naza. Sorry, David is a Man City. David is a Man City fan, and yeah, obviously we're hoping for them to win. But yeah, how are you feeling about the finals, David?
Mm. I'm pretty confident though, because for Pep Guardiola to come
I
to the
beg, David,
league
can you
and
speak up?
You said?
for
I
Pep
said, David,
Guardiola,
can David speak up?
okay, I'm very confident about Man City because the way they outplayed PSG in the semi-finals, it was it was very interesting. If you look at the way De Bruyne and Gundogan outplayed Neymar in the midfield, I don't think Mount and Ziyech has a chance against Man City's midfield.
Yeah, but I actually don't think the battle is between Ziyech and Mount. Ziyech might not even play at all. I think the battle is between Kante. If Kante is fit, Kante can easily pocket De Bruyne on his day. He can pocket De Bruyne, I think, but it's unlikely to happen though because Man City have many sources of attack. You don't rely on only one person.
What I'm going to say about that is that you know how Guardiola plays. He always wants to get as many midfielders as possible into the game. You get? He always wants to put up to 5, 6 midfielders into the game. Cancelo used to play midfield sometimes because he just likes to overcrowd that midfield because he believes that if you overcrowd the midfield and your midfield is strong enough, you're going to win the game. So if and I know Kante will not be 100% because Kante has had his injury problem this season, so I don't think he'll be 100% N'Golo Kante. You get? I don't think he's going to be
Ah,
100%.
come, Nazar, you know the red shit. Wow.
I don't think he'll be 100% N'Golo Kante. You get? So I still believe that Guardiola is probably going to still play first nine in that match. Maybe 80 minutes he'll put Aguero, which I think
Aguero.
he has to play Aguero since at least Aguero first Champions League final since he came to Man City. You get? So I think Pep will Pep will overload that midfield, and I think he'll probably start De Bruyne, Gundogan, Foden, Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, and Fernandinho. I think he trusts Fernandinho more than Rodri in the bigger games because of the experience that Fernandinho gives. You get? So I seriously think that
Yeah.
Kante is not 100% in my opinion, even though they say he's fit, but he's not the fittest Kante we have seen in months. You get? And Chelsea, I heard that Tuchel said no new injury concerns, but I believe that Man City will rule the midfield in that game, and Chelsea will try to use their wing backs to attack. But I believe Guardiola has brought a plan to counter that attack.
Our all this one. Nazar, why Nazar keep camera for one place now. It's in the call. I beg which team will they support Nazar? Oh no. I be the guy know they hear me.
Let's say network don't hook.
Anyhow. But personally for me, I feel like Man City, yeah, Man City are obviously the favorites going into the Champions League. But that's not to say that Chelsea are not they don't have a chance of winning it because for you to reach the finals, that means you have been doing something right. I know as if they only went against teams like only Porto. Obviously Porto they eliminated Juventus in the quarterfinals, I think, or round of 16 sef. They eliminated Juventus, then Chelsea won them, then won Madrid, then won who else? I think it's Madrid only, yeah. So and Liverpool also. So it's not as if no, they didn't meet Liverpool in the Champions League. It's not how am I confusing myself? It's not as if Chelsea are just going there and they're just going to cast. No. I feel Chelsea actually have a good chance. Not like yeah, they are favorites or Man City are favorites by miles or something like that. I don't think Man City
Jesus.
I don't think Man City is like going to blow Chelsea away because Thomas Tuchel will tell his players that it's all or nothing, now or never. So you have nothing to lose. Go for it. And if Kante plays the way he played against Real Madrid, although I think Real Madrid have more tired legs than City, so it might not be as easy for him to bypass the City midfield as he did Madrid. So Madrid and I'm sorry, Chelsea and Man City. Man City are favourite, but Chelsea also have a big chance. And I'm wearing my normal shirts. Nothing is
You
impossible.
know, why
I
is
always,
my
anytime I wear the shirt, things happen. I wore this shirt for Juventus. I wore this shirt for
Bro,
Liverpool. I
bro,
wore...
bro. Nothing will happen. Man City will win this thing. Don't deceive yourself. There's not,
Nah,
there's
man.
no deceiving ourselves about this. Me, I like speaking based on fact because if Man City won their last game 5-0,
Bro,
5-0,
football is not
5.
factual.
no,
This
see,
is football.
see
This is
something,
It's
bro.
not.
the final.
Man City and Chelsea's last match. If you look at that match, Chelsea won Man City.
Yes, but that
So
was not
why
Man
should we
City's.
not think that okay, this next match, okay, do you think that Pep did it on purpose that he allowed these people to win so that next match they will not come back with full force?
Look. The squad that Pep has played the 2 times that Chelsea have beat City, that's not their strongest squad. It has been lacking De Bruyne. It has been lacking Gundogan. It's the Ferran Torres that played that match. You get the main players were on the bench and they didn't come on. So for you, that is not a valid point. And in the final, let me tell you, all these things goes out of the door. All these things goes out of the door. Forget who has beaten who before. The season that Atletico Madrid won the league, they beat Madrid, but Madrid beat them in the Champions League finals to show you that it does not matter. But I know that there will be some element of City players thinking Chelsea have beaten us twice this season already. But Guardiola will tell them that we're not at our best. That was not our strongest squad. When we put our strongest squad, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Foden, Mahrez, these players that can change the game in the blink of an eye. You're meant to expect City to win this match.
Yeah,
I feel they'll win 2-0. That is my prediction. 2-0 is my prediction.
I believe.
Get
Continue.
And if you know something about Chelsea, bar, for them to win a match, they have to have about 3 1-on-1 before they can even score. Because Havertz, when they're not good in front of goal, Mount and VH, it's not every time that they score with every opportunity they get. But if you look at Man City now, we have Foden can score, Mahrez is good on 1-on-1, Aguero, Ribery. So there are many people in Man City that will take their chances than in Chelsea. Because Chelsea, they can have like 4 3 chances and they will not score. That's another thing in Chelsea. So I think Man City, they will definitely win the match, but I think Chelsea will have a very strong say in that match.
Yeah.
Well,
I've said this.
people are just you're forgetting that it's football what they are talking about here. Football, this is football. Villarreal just beat Man U. It's not as if I know, you cannot compare Man U and Man City, but Villarreal just beat Man U. And that's football. Anything can happen, my guy. Football, this is football, anything can happen. Nobody expected Liverpool to come back from a 3-0 deficit against Barcelona. Nobody expected Barcelona to come back from a 5-1 deficit against a 4-1 deficit against PSG in the first leg. So if I'm being realistic, yes, Man U are obvious favourites to win this, but you guys are like writing off the fact that Chelsea can actually win it. You know, Timo Werner can just come that day with his gold boots and give us
It can't happen.
take 3 of 3
It's
chances,
possible. It's very possible. It's
or
possible.
Thiago Silva will just
No.
score one thundering header or something. What I'm saying is that I agree with you guys that Man City, they are favourites. Yeah, all that nonsense. But the fact is that this is football. This is flipping football. So, my guy, you cannot write off Chelsea. But I agree with you guys that Man City is the favourite.
Do you know why I will counter your point about Timo Werner? Timo Werner is down on confidence. If you cannot perform in the Premier League, you can't perform in the Champions League. I know he scored huge goals in the FA Cup against against Man City, I think, and against Atletico Madrid, he gave assist for Ziyech to score his 2 goals. You get, but Man City's defense is strong now. It's not the same defense you get. It's a stronger defense that is playing the game. You get, so I believe that. And if you look at, if it's player for player, you agree. Man City obviously have the better squad, but football isn't like that anymore. I know Chelsea,
Football was never like that.
yeah,
Football was
Tuchel,
never.
Tuchel will try to prove a point based on he reached the Champions League final last season. He couldn't get over the line and win it. If he doesn't get over the line and win it this season, there will be questions over him. If he's like Shawsha, who like try his best to get to semi-final and bottles it, final bottles it. People start thinking Tuchel is terrible in cup finals, and I think that would be a dent on his career. But honestly, Chelsea will go out to win the match. I know Tuchel cannot say let's sit back and see what happens. Guardiola does not play like that, so we expect attacking football from City. The match will be I believe the match will be competitive and tight. Sometimes it might go end to end because of just the nature. And don't forget that there'll be fans in the stadium. You get, I think, over 17,000 fans in the stadium at Porto. So I believe that the game will be very tense, and I think we'll get a very good match tomorrow. Very, very good match. It's just that I think City will edge it.
My point about this thing is that, see, some players, although it might not be Timo Werner, it might be one odd player like Zia. You can remember either from the 2016 Euro Finals. Who knew that nigga before that shit? Nobody knew him before that thing happened. So it's not like you can just say, yeah, Timo Werner will not score. Somebody can just come up with a 30-yarder or something like that, score a blazing goal. But I'm not even disagreeing with you that Man City are not favorite. Man City are favorite by miles, not by miles, but why? The only reason why I can't say that they are favorite by miles is because this is the final. The final is a game that either you win it or you lose it. So there's no, I'll come back for second leg, or it's Premier League. You can still try and get up points against the Newcastles and the others. Once you lose the finals, you have lost the finals. And Pep obviously will want to hold one more Champions League or a lot of Champions League finals before, because people have been casting him that he's not good in the Champions League and things like that with all the money he spent. So, and I do agree with them with the amount of money he spends every window, and every now and then they are supposed to be holding that Champions League trophy like Zidane did with Madrid. So for me, I don't think they are favorites by miles. I don't think the game will be a final. I don't know what to expect, because we cannot compare these finals to the Liverpool and Tottenham finals. Liverpool were favorites by miles that time because of how they were that time. That time they were destroying teams. Teams couldn't catch their breath against Liverpool, but Liverpool just went there for a simple final, got their early goal in the first half, then Origi scored in the second half. But I don't think that can be the same case. But the only thing that can play a big part is that most Man City players are more experienced and matured than the Chelsea players. The Chelsea squad is quite young compared to Man City. And those players have seen a lot and done a lot. Kevin De Bruyne, although Kevin De Bruyne has not won like any major trophy outside of the Premier League and other ones, but I think Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan, Mahrez has become like he has found one kind of mad form.
Yeah.
Kun Aguero can come off the bench and do something too. You see that game, he looked as if he still has something in him. Phil Foden, obviously, we don't say too much about that young lad. He's very good. And many other players, Fernandinho, who I see as a green snake, commits a lot of fouls but never gets booked throughout the game. So there are many factors that can play in the Champions League final. But I do hope it's an interesting one. I don't want a boring final. But to me, it was my own. I'll be watching with I'll be watching without tension. Watching a game without tension is the best thing. So,
Yeah, when you're watching a game whereby none of your team is not playing, you get, and it's a heavy game. You watch the game with joy because any team that loses, you still go out there and mock the fans. Any team that wins, you still go and celebrate with them. That's the joy of watching football. Anybody watching this match is so excited.
yeah.
I just hope it's not like the Liverpool and I hope it's not like the Liverpool and Tottenham final seasons ago, because that was the most boring final I've watched in my life. It was boring. The game was too cagey. Chances were not plenty. You get 2 goals, Salah penalty and Origi off the bench. You get, so I believe that Chelsea have it. I think if Chelsea scored the first goal, it will be very interesting because they are known for protecting leads and keeping clean sheets. You get if Chelsea score the first goal, but if Man City score the first goal, that's when Chelsea have problem because trying to attack Man City will surely exploit them with the caliber of players they have, the firepower, you get the quality of players they have that can just change the game in the blink of an eye. That would be the problem for Chelsea. So I think if Chelsea really want to win this game, they have to get the first goal. Getting the first goal is crucial for Chelsea. Crucial.
Yeah, another thing about Chelsea is their counter attack. And you see, Simovena and Ziyech, they have this type of communication. Anytime you're going on counter attack, they used against Man City in the FA Cup and against Atletico Madrid. Even this guy, Rich James, is very good on the counter attack. They have pace. Another thing about Pep Guardiola, like he likes to press high. So if Man City miss their chance and 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 the ball gets to somebody like Simovena or Rich James, I think Man City will be punished because anytime Simovena gets the ball and he's going on the counter attack and he locates DH, it's already a goal because they have this type of communication and link up like how Neymar and Mbappe has, how Neymar used to locate Mbappe, and yes, it's true. And now
My guy,
DH,
please. Neymar Mbappe, no, not Timo Werner.
I'm not talking about his scoring ability. I'm talking about his pace and his assist.
I get you.
Yeah.
Well, guys, see, you're saying Chelsea, Rhys James. Rhys James, I don't even know how he wants to play because it depends on Tuchel. If Tuchel play him in the back three or play him as a wing back, I don't know. It depends on Tuchel. You know, he has been chopping and changing things for a long time, so I don't know what his plans are. I don't know. That's my problem with him and Tuchel. Pep and Tuchel are very so I say tactical managers. Both of them are very tactical. They don't go. They're not like Jurgen Klopp that you know the 11 that will play. Jurgen Klopp, you're always sure of the 11 that will start. At least previous seasons before the injuries held them. So I feel Chelsea have to I've just continued saying it. Chelsea just have to go for it. Nobody will be too disappointed if they lose the final. Nobody, obviously will mock them and do all other things, but nobody will be like the pressure is more on Man City and Pep, but Tuchel also has some pressure on him because some personal pressure I feel because he obviously lost the finals last year to Bayern in a very cagey final which we didn't expect from PSG and Bayern. But I feel Chelsea, I've just said it, they have to go for it. They have a Champions League title to lose, so I can't say they have nothing to lose. But if they go for it and it goes south, so no, that won't concern them, no concern me. But if it goes well for them, all the praises go to them. So it's kind of a win-win situation. I can't. We need like a Chelsea fans perspective though. I don't know from a Chelsea fans perspective.
True. Like if you watch sometimes with Tuchel, he plays James in the back three, he plays Coutinho right wing back, He has chopped and changed too much. I mean, I don't like it. I don't actually like when a manager is chopping and changing his starting 11 week in, week out, you get. So that during the strongest games, we'll not be confused on which team is going to pick, and the players that is going to pick will not let him down based on they have not played enough games together, you get. I remember when Man City played, was it before the match before the Newcastle game, you get, the players that Guardiola used, they didn't look like a team, you get. They look like players that you just say go and play the game. They didn't look like a team that have played together. And that's my problem with chopping and changing always. I like managers like Klopp. Yeah, the reason why Liverpool machine worked so well last season was those players were used to their roles. They know that this is what to do. And playing with Mane, Salah, Firmino, everybody know his roles. Like the whole group of 11 players knew how to play with each other perfectly.
Yes, the other.
Yeah, communication be so it's hard when one player goes out of the equation, and that player who has not been playing ball regularly comes into the starting level. Most times you see a drop in performance level because he's not used to the intensity of the way those other guys play, and that's I think the problem with chopping and changing every season, every game. I prefer a manager. Okay, even though you go chop and change, maybe two players. Tuchel sometimes can change five players. He can change all his both wing backs. Can change one of his defender. Change his whole attacking. You get. It's not nice. It's not nice. I think you should nail down the first team of the club. Let the other players know that this is the first team. This is the team we have to try our best to break into the first 11. You get. And that's what Guardiola have done with City. We all know the best 11 in City now. We all know how he's going to play the game against Champions League final. It's left for the other players to try their best to break into that squad next season. And I think that that might play a part. All these little things, all these little details plays a part in football matches. I don't know what you could think about that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you because you obviously you have already explained the Liverpool situation and how things went for them last season. Um, Players got used to Arnold, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Robertson playing this number 10 role. They got used to that. Van Dijk and Gomez always ready to run back in times of danger, and many other guys who knew what they were supposed to do, but that's not the case with Chelsea. And that's why having a lot of players can be a good thing and can be a bad thing. But I feel it's more of a good thing. But Pep Guardiola will be very, very, very wary of his mistakes from last year and the upper year, Lyon, semi-finals, quarter-finals, exiting in very weird ways and odd. Not as if they had a hard opponent like when they played Liverpool. Yeah, okay, when they played Liverpool, we actually knew, okay, they will have a game there. But we expected them to just go past Lyon with ease and etc. So Pep Guardiola will be more weary than Thomas Tuchel, I think. And even the players will be like, yeah, some of those players, Man City players are really not young because it's only like Sterling is young, Foden is young, but De Bruyne is 29, Mahrez is 29 also. So they know that this might be their only chance to win a Champions League or get their hands on a trophy. So they have to take this chance. It's now or never for them. So it's more like now or never. But for some of those players, I feel Foden might still have a chance in the future. But some of Ruben Diaz might still have one because he's a very young guy and so many other players. But for me, I feel the pressure is more on Man City, but pressure is also on Chelsea. But nobody will really go for Chelsea if Chelsea don't win it. But people will actually go for Man City more. Like if Man City lose, I will obviously go for them more. I want them to lose, in my opinion, because I don't want them to have that first. I want them to keep longing for that first Champions League title. Let them long for it. Let them continue longing for it. And you know, if you know me, you know I hate Man City because of how they are buying players anyhow. They didn't earn this money. If they earn this money, I won't care. But they didn't earn it. So for me, I feel Man City should lose. I feel Man City will win, but I want them to lose. My heart and my head are saying two different things.
Yeah, I want to just ask David. David, how do you think Pep will approach this match? Just tell me your perspective of how Pep will approach this match.
I think he's going to use the same kit that he used against PSG in the second leg. Because
Yeah.
I think he must have learned from his lesson. Even notice in the Premier League, that time that he was changing the team sheet, putting um, Ferran Torres, Aguero that's not been playing for a long time, and putting Sterling. You, you remember that time he played against Newcastle? That remember he actually won 2-0. But if you notice, in the first half, he actually performed poorly because they are not used to themselves. They are not been playing like in the same match intensity as the starting 11. So I don't think he will try and take any risk by putting
Yeah,
somebody who has
don't
not been
take
playing regularly. Only maybe at the end of the game, when he needs something different, that's when he can put somebody like Aguero. If he sees that his players are not taking the chances, because someone like Aguero is like he's a one chance taker. Any chance he gets, he scores.
a half
So
chance. Sef.
I think half chance. So I think that might be the only reason why he might put Aguero if his team is not performing up to his standard. But as far as I'm concerned, I think he's going to use that first 11 of that PSG second leg because in the attack, they really outplayed PSG in the attack against PSG, honestly. Kimpembe and the rest could not even hold Mahrez and Foden in that match. So he's going to go with that formation.
Yeah, if you watch that second leg against PSG, do you notice that they countered attack PSG very well? Once they scored the first goal
Yes,
and PSG came out, they just use counter attack. Mahrez used counter attack to score his goals. If you notice, so fast they
yeah.
now get the ball within three passes like this, they have scored the goal. It was so fast, 3 passes and they have scored. You get so Guardiola looking at that second leg against PSG, thinking if you can lose against PSG, I think PSG will have better players than Chelsea. They should be able to do it against Chelsea. You get, I will not be shocked if Guardiola just tweak something and start Aguero because this Aguero's last game against in City colours, he has not won the Champions League with City.
If Pep starts Aguero and it goes wrong, they will cook him. They will roast him. Let him not even try that one.
That's what I was about to say. I think if he starts Aguero and Aguero performs, maybe Aguero scored 2 goals now. The whole world will be on fire because Aguero scoring the 2 goals that Aguero scoring the 2 goals that win Champions for Man City. Listen to my point. Aguero scoring the 2 goals that will win Champions for Man City, which will be a fairy tale ending based on what he did in 2012. You get.
I like the fairy tale.
It is a fairy tale ending. It's a fairy tale ending now. So you get, but if Pep starts Aguero and it goes wrong, that's the problem. But I believe he's not going to start Aguero. I believe he's still going to go with his normal false 9 method, so that the Chelsea centre back shouldn't have anybody to mark, which will make it more difficult for them. You get, because most times players like when they are marking somebody. When you're not marking somebody, you can be confused. They can just be passing the ball for 10 minutes. You won't really touch it. You get. So I think if Pep starts Aguero and Aguero scores 2 goals, because I believe that match ends 2-0. If Aguero scores the 2 goals, they need to win the Champions League. Wow, what a feeling that to be for Aguero, for Pep, and for Man City fans.
I can bet you that that's not happening. That cannot happen. It's not even a possibility.
You're not in Pep's mind. You don't know what he's thinking. That's the problem. You never know what Pep is going to do.
See, the truth is that let's not behave as if Chelsea have one very penetrable defense. Their defense is not you cannot penetrate their defense easily. Forget Man City have silky passing and their football is crisp, etc. They don't. Hey, you cannot. Let's not behave as if. We know Aston Villa penetrated their defense, but I feel they're mentally not, really engaged in that game. But when and N'Golo Kante, Kante didn't play. Kante did not play. Kante went off, so that's play. But I think a lot rests on Kante's fitness. If Kante is fit, and he puts on a masterclass, I feel he will run that midfield because Kante is like 5 guys in that midfield. But I'll continue saying it. Chelsea should just go for this thing. If they are serious about winning the title, Chelsea should win it. So let's just do. So how do you think? Let's do possible lineups. How do you guys think the Man City will line up?
I think we all know that Edison in post. Yeah. And I think obviously it's Diaz and Stones that will start as the centre back pairing. You get. I think Walker will play right back, and I think Zinchenko will start left back because it's going to be more balanced for the team. You get, because Cancelo normally tries to use his right foot to get and all these things. I don't think Pep.
I don't think Cancelo starts though.
Yeah, that's why I said Zinchenko start because Cancelo is more attacking.
Because of his mentality. Because of his mentality after getting a red card. So you know the feeling.
Yeah. So I think Zinchenko starts, which gives more balance to the team, and it's more cautious because Cancelo is more attacking than Zinchenko. You get. I think Fernandinho starts in the midfield alongside Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. Then I think De Bruyne plays false 9, Foden by the left and Mahrez by the right. That should be the City squad. I think everybody agrees with that squad. Then Chelsea.
Well, who do you say will start? I mean, the attack. Who do you say?
De Bruyne will play false 9. You get Foden by the left, Mahrez by the right.
That's constant.
Yeah, then I think Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, and Fernandinho will play that midfield.
No,
Yeah.
me, I feel for me, people that will play will be your backline. I agree with your backline. That's Ederson, Zinchenko, Ruben Diaz, Stones, and Walker. Then midfield, Fernandinho. I feel Fernandinho should play this game instead of Rodri because of what I just saw him do against PSG. I was like, God, this guy is
Even
like a snake.
against
What he did
Brighton,
against
against
PSG,
Brighton too.
God. Yeah,
I
as
thought
in he's
Fernandinho
not.
was done.
He knows how
I
to
thought he was done.
agitate players, then do as if he didn't do nothing. Like that time when Di Maria got that red card. For me, he was also supposed to get a red card for what he did before that. He's like
Yeah.
made Di Maria angry. Then Di Maria is the one Nana reacted while he just gave like nothing happened. So if you can have that kind of player who can escape, Casemiro also, they called Casemiro the invisible man before he finally got his first red card last season. Imagine for how many years of his career he hasn't gotten a red card, and I feel he's a Brazilian something in the defensive midfielder.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Fernandinho should start.
Fabinho too. Fabinho does that too. Fabinho does that very
Fabinho
well for
does it.
Liverpool.
Fabinho, he has never gotten a red card for Liverpool, so he's something they know how to do well. Fabinho, but I think their attackers are more pompous. Fernandinho in the midfield, and obviously Gundogan played his number 8. Then the other side, which other? There's one guy. It's not
Bernardo
Bernardo
Silva plays
Silva.
there.
There's another guy.
Who?
They have other midfielders now.
They don't have any other midfielder.
Guy, they have another. It's not possible. It's Man City. Who played?
I'm telling you.
Bernardo Silva didn't start now.
He played against PSG, please.
But he didn't start the first leg.
He started.
The first leg.
started.
He didn't start.
No,
He didn't start the first leg. Someone started the first leg. Someone else started the first leg. I'm very sure about that. I'm very sure someone else started the first leg.
Nobody started that first leg. I'm very sure. Unless
God. Anyways, let's move on. I'll check my phone. But the front three already know Mahrez, De Bruyne, and this guy Foden. If the game not going well, they have Jesus to bring up the bench. Sterling. Because can you just imagine what a team? You can change your front three and the 3 players playing will still be of quality.
Considering the fact that there are 5
for
subs.
me, I feel Man City. So my guy, you already know what was popping. Next, Chelsea. Their keeper is obviously Mendy, but I don't think Mendy. There's a chance Mendy might not. There's a chance Mendy is not fit.
I'll be happy if Mendy is not fit because if Mendy is not fit, there'll be joy in the City camp. De Bruyne will be like, once I get the ball, I'm going to shoot. Mahrez will be like, once I get the ball, I'm going to shoot outside box. We saw what Tielemans did against Chelsea in the FA Cup final. I think De Bruyne will be eyeing that.
No, guy, it's a lie. You people should stop all this. Your Mendy will save that. Mendy would have not saved that, guy. That shot
Thank you. Mendy would have not saved that. That shot was hot. Top corner. Pure precision.
How about why are people lying? Mendy wouldn't have said. Mendy is not like one mad keeper. I beg. Mendy is not like one mad keeper. He's just good enough, guy.
Yeah. You get. So I think, wow, Chelsea squad, obviously, Mendy. If Mendy is fit, Mendy starts. Then centre back options. I think Rudiger starts. Thiago Silva. Christensen is injured, so I think Zuma. Zuma, please.
No, not Zuma now. Which Zuma? Reece James is playing there now. Reece James.
Sorry. No, Aspilicueta plays there. You get Aspilicueta, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, and Aspilicueta. Then I think wing back. Recently he favors Chilwell ahead of Marcos Alonso. I just think that because of pace. I think he prefers Chilwell's pace, Alonso's pace. So Chilwell play left wing back, Reece James on the right, and I think he might go with Kovacic and Kante in midfield. I think they're a better combination than Jorginho. I think Jorginho cannot really cover ground the way Kovacic and Kante will. So I think he probably pick Kovacic.
Kovacic is still rusty though. He looks rusty to me, sure.
But you put your best players on
long injury.
You put your best players on the field.
Yeah, Jorginho is a more match flow than Kovacic for me. I feel Jorginho is not as good as Kovacic, but these sort of decisions are if he makes one wrong decision, my guy, I say they will cook him.
That's the problem, Jorginho. Jorginho know how to fuck up. I remember the game against West Brom whereby he did that back pass to Kepa when Kepa was not in the post. You get sometimes he does things blind. He doesn't look around. You get he's not too aware about his position and what's around him. So that's my problem, Jorginho. I think Tuchel might start Kovacic there. Then front three. I think Tuchel might. He will play Werner. I think he has to play Werner.
Yeah.
He plays Werner.
He plays Werner.
He plays Werner, Mount, and Pulisic. I think that's what he'll do.
Nah, Pulisic. Who else is there? Havertz might start. We don't know. People are saying Pulisic is just like, I don't know that guy. That guy too. I thought he was like one of their best forwards, but he's proving me wrong nowadays. It's not as good as I thought he was.
Yeah, I think he starts Pulisic instead of Ziyech. I don't know why he prefers Pulisic in big matches. I remember against Madrid. I think because what Pulisic showed him against Madrid, that he can score goal and can give assists. I think he probably starts Pulisic. And I know he cannot drop Mount. I think Mount has been one of their best players this season. Then I think Werner, who has like the most goals and assists combined for Chelsea this season, I think Werner plays. I think even though Werner will not score, he might be able to give an assist, and I think that will be the Chelsea lineup.
He might score. Werner might score, man. Werner might. I
But
don't know
the
why.
offside.
I expect one offside goal at least from Werner. I expect one offside goal. No, I don't know why. I feel Ruben Diaz will make a big mistake in that game. I just have the feeling in my body that Ruben Diaz will make one big mistake.
He won't. He won't. Let that thought vanish from your head. He won't.
Yeah, just
please.
The way you are sure of this match, you be like say you carry stake for the head.
I go stake 5K now. City to win.
Guy, I swear, man. You know go shock me if he cuts.
Sure, I told you guys that Akwetu is going to win that game. I told you them, and I staked it.
I say, see, this shirt you are seeing, so this shirt they see, it has worked like 4 miracles this season. 4 miracles.
It's not by shirts.
Like when Liverpool.
It is not by shirts.
When Liverpool were losing to West Brom, I was like, it's all over. Only for Alisson to come up and score. But yeah, let's get our final Champions League predictions, and there'll be repercussions if your prediction is wrong. As in, if you predict to win wrongly. If my Chelsea win, we have to bet something. We have to, like, I don't know what the punishment.
I deal with high stakes here, I deal with high stakes.
Which high stakes? I don't know. I'm thinking of a worthy punishment.
Yeah. I think our viewers should comment their predictions for the Champions League. I think so. We'll have different opinions and see. Please drop a scoreline. Prediction. Drop a scoreline. I don't like to go with. I want a scoreline.
My scoreline. I feel I want Chelsea to win. God, but I don't know how they will score. That's my problem. Is how they will score. If they had like a prolific scorer, like if Giroud was in form, or exactly. I don't know why they are hating on my guy Tammy Abraham. I want Tammy Abraham to go and play well somewhere else. But for me, I feel City will not. I don't know why I feel City will not keep a clean sheet. It will end 3-1 for me, City. But Chelsea will win. It will end 3-1, but Chelsea will win. Man City will score 3 goals, but I don't know how Chelsea will win.
Wow. Me, I know. That's just it. It's just you're not deceiving yourself. We all know City will win, and I think Man City will win 2-0, and I think De Bruyne is going to score a goal.
Mahrez might not score. It might be Sterling. It might be Aguero. Who knows?
Sterling might not play. So we don't know.
Yeah. It depends on how bad it's going. If they are losing 3-0 to Chelsea like in first half, they have to make changes now.
Pep will make 5 changes. I promise you. He will make 5. He'll put Aguero, he'll put Jesus, he'll put Ferran Torres, he'll put Sterling. He can put those 5 good players.
That Ferran Torres boy is dangerous.
I'll not be shocked if Ferran Torres starts because against Newcastle, he scored hat-trick. That guy too has been on the purple part.
He be like say they smoke. Which one be Ferran Torres start again? Why are you the reason?
Pep said he could be their number 9. Pep said it in an interview. He said he could be their number 9. Who are you to argue with Pep?
Pep and Tuchel just they wind themselves, then they try confuse each other. Things he will know less.
Yeah, Bello. So, what do you think would be the?
As for me, I think for City, they're going to score 2 goals in the first half, and I think that do not make a mistake in the second half. Then Chelsea will not score one. Then Man City will not score the finalizing goal. I think that goal will come from Aguero in the dying minute.
You
Wow,
guys,
that's a good shout. I'm impressed with that.
everyone just wants this fairy tale ending. I'm not seeing it happening. It will not
It will
happen
be,
because I
it will
don't
be
want to hear all this
nice.
noise. I don't want this noise about Pep Guardiola being the best manager in the world. I don't want all that noise in my life. I'm tired of it. Man City should lose.
If
For me,
if
sef, I'm going
Aguero,
for Chelsea win 2-1. I don't talk am. Anything will happen, may happen. Chelsea win 2-1.
I think we should stake your shirt. If Chelsea loses, you tear it.
Nah, this shirt is going nowhere. Nothing is impossible.
You should tear your notice impossible shirt because it has failed you. If Chelsea
Nah.
loses, you tear it because it has
Guy,
failed you.
if this thing works, guy, oh my god, it's going to be mad. It's going to be mad
It won't. Stop hoping.
if my nothing is impossible.
Stop hoping.
Yes,
It won't happen.
yes, let's go. Chiemela is with me. Chelsea win 1-0. Let's go 1-0.
Oh, good shout. Chelsea win 1-0. Wow.
I don't see how Chelsea. But I believe that if Chelsea are to win anyway, it will be typical of Chelsea to win 1-0. If you actually think about it, that's their like typical win. 1-0 win, 2-1. I don't expect one high scoring scoreline because they don't know how to score goals. So I don't know.
Yeah, Chelsea mostly win their matches 1-0, like by a goal difference of one. If you look at most of their matches since Tuchel came, mostly 1-0, 2-1. You get they don't really score like 4-5. You get so it will be a cagey game, but Man City. Yeah, Crystal Palace they scored more than 2 goals, but I think it's going to be a very cagey game, and
Well,
City will win it.
let's not write off the fact that City can pipe Chelsea 5. Nobody's talking about they can give Chelsea 5-6. That kind of scoreline. I'll not be shocked. I will not be because once City starts scoring goals, guys. Once City starts scoring, God, it's like it's forward ever, backward never.
I remember when Sarri was in charge of Chelsea and Aguero scored a hat-trick against City and they won 6. So against Chelsea and they won 6-0. That could repeat itself. It will be the biggest victory in Champions League history.
I don't know why this guy they support Man City like this. Please stop saying all these things. Chelsea will win. Please, Chelsea. I know I hate Chelsea. I hate Chelsea, but I hate Man City more. That's just the truth. Chelsea will win 2-1. Come on, boys, or 1-0. See, I don't care if they will win 11-10 on penalties like Villarreal. That's not my business. They should win anyhow they like. Maybe Ederson will balloon his penalty. I don't care. Chelsea should
Ederson is the best penalty taker in Man City. He can't do that, and Chelsea don't really have good penalty takers. If you look at it, you don't really have. He didn't count it or play PK for you.
What an insult to Kuna. No. I don't think they will take penalties as good as Man U did. That penalty, like, where would they miss? I don't like where would they... I was surprised when I saw Dan James coming. I thought Dan James, okay, this one is going to the stands. When I saw a friend, I said, this one is going to the stands.
Pastor Fred scored.
Pastor Fred scoring. I'm like,
Pastor Fred scored. He shocked us.
What? So, guy, this for me, why I'm excited is because I know this is a Champions League final, and why I can't really compare this game to that of Liverpool and Tottenham is because Tottenham are natural bottlers. We all know that their team is shit. They don't have winners mentality. Chelsea also, the only person I know is a serial winner, and although it's not the Champions League, maybe it's Thiago Silva. Mount hasn't really gotten his hand on any silver. He has not gotten hand on any silver where it's James. Okay, Mount has won the FA Cup, I think, and Europa League. I'm not sure if it was the Chelsea when they won it, but they haven't. None of those guys throughout any of those squads has ever won the Champions League. I don't think so. None of them have ever won it. So it's not like you can say, these guys. Not like you say, okay, Real Madrid have that experience or any other team that has the experience in finals, or like if it was Liverpool, Man City, oh my God, just imagine that kind of finals. But for me, if it's Liverpool, Man City, with the way,
Liverpool win.
Exactly. Teams are afraid to go at Man City, but Liverpool are never afraid to go at Man City. The worst I've seen Liverpool play against Man City in recent times was this recent game where Salah scored a penalty and they won 4-1. And that's due to their injuries. I know.
Shut up! Liverpool was topped. They were topped by City.
What? It's because of Alisson. It's Alisson that caused that.
What?
Foden ran the show.
Can you guys hold on? Can you remember when Liverpool were full and City were full? What were the scorelines? Liverpool won them which season? 4-3. Following season 1-3-1. Liverpool, you are saying they were thumped. Yeah, they were thumped to players like Kabak and Nat Phillips. And Fabinho was out of the midfield at that point. I promise you, if Fabinho played in that midfield, that scoreline 4-1 would have not happened. All these things are saying Liverpool were thumped. Liverpool were not thumped anything. Alisson, that was the period Alisson's father died. Jurgen Klopp's mother died around that period. So you cannot say their personal life will not have a telling on the game. For me, but that Liverpool game, I don't even count it as anything. If it would have been a massive surprise to me if Liverpool won, because I didn't even put my mind in that game. Some things are actually impossible. Liverpool, if they won that game, that would have shown that Man City are not a serious club side. It would have really shown that Man City are not a serious club. For me, that scoreline was a very decent scoreline, considering what Liverpool were going through. It was a very decent scoreline.
I agree with you. We move to the chapter. Please, we're talking about champions. Leave Liverpool behind.
Remember
the conversation.
No, Liverpool has to be a conversation now. It's easy to get 6 champions. 6. Man City are fighting for 1. 6, please, my brother. That is not easy. Remember the season City won 4-0. They won 4-0, yes. But we don't spend
5-0.
We don't spend 200 million every transfer window. We don't spend 200 million. We spend money that we earn. We don't. City's bench. They have 2 teams that can start for every Premier League team. So don't even compare us to.
Do you know what? I've had a think about City spending, and I don't think it's wrong. Because if you put your money where your mouth is, City are putting their money into the club, and there's results. There's trophies, so it's not saying they're totally wrong.
I agree.
Yeah, they're not totally wrong.
But where is that money that they are putting where their mouth is coming from? Where is the money coming from? Where did they earn that money from?
Sponsors.
They also have sponsors. And
oil money. Jacko said it. Oil money. Oil money. Sheikh Mansour is an oil merchant that brought Saudi Arabian money, and Emirati politician that brought money, oil money. And for me, if Man spend that money, they have 20 English titles, English top flight titles. Nobody will talk. They have won the Champions League. City have never won the Champions League. They have never won the Club World Cup. They have never won the Super Cup. So where is that money coming from?
That's why a rich person bought the club. If that guy that was about to buy Newcastle, whose net worth was $300 billion, he's richer than anybody in the world if you look at that.
That's my argument.
Premier League didn't allow that to go through because they know that they will have another City scenario whereby they just come out and buy all the players and blow the teams away.
You have said the exact reason why I don't rate City. Why I don't rate City is because it could have been Newcastle, it could have been Aston Villa, it could have been Leicester, it could have been anybody. The politician could have chosen to buy anybody. He just chose City. City are just, they're not like, guy, you can say Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man U, Liverpool, Bayern, all those teams, they were built on the sweat of their supporters. Their supporters that time, they brought out their personal money. They brought out money that are using to feed their family, to support their club. Players were not collecting salary to play for the club. They were bleeding for the club. But Man City, they just came out of nowhere. Man City just came out of nowhere and started dominating the world. I will never agree that they're not. I hate them. They should get out.
Football has evolved. You have to spend money to succeed now. It has shown. Forget the fact how City get their money. If you don't spend money, you won't succeed. Look at Arsenal. Look at Arsenal.
Fact.
If you need a player, you go and buy him because you know he's going to help your club to win trophies. And that's what Man City have been doing. Liverpool too have done that. Liverpool did that too with Van Dijk and Alisson and all. City did that. So you get...
What a bold prediction from Waziri. He says Man City must win. In fact, 3-5. I don't know how Chelsea will score 3 goals against Man City. I do not
He
know.
said
I don't.
he means City will score 3 to 5 goals, which means the score will be 3-0, 4-0, 5-0.
Okay.
I don't see that happening. I don't see that
That's
happening.
not. No matter how Chelsea are bad, Chelsea will never allow. Chelsea's game is built from defense forward. For me,
Only
I just. Yeah, continue.
only if Chelsea gets a red card. But I've seen before that once they get a red card, their whole game is destabilized because they are confused. They don't know what to do.
Fernandinho might finally get caught safe. They might finally catch him. Maybe the ref took note of what he did in that semi-finals and will keep an eye on him in this finals. But for any team to get a red card in the final will obviously be terrible. But it's obvious it has been done. Teams have won 10, 1 man down. It's not impossible to
Madrid won Champions League with Ramos red card. It happens.
So that's my point. Most teams actually train nowadays with 10 men to be sure in case anyone gets a red card. So they train with 10 men. So the coaches will have that at the back of their mind that the player can lose their head or the referee. VAR will also play a very big role in this final. If the referees are getting decisions wrong, if they start drawing all those their lines or all those their armpit hair offsides, that can ruin the finals for City or Chelsea. So we don't know. There are many. The thing is that football has become too political now. It's not like before that. Okay, yeah, you can get away with some things. Some things were wrong, but VAR, you cannot celebrate the goal with full mind. You have to celebrate with half mind, in my opinion.
True. Shall VAR play a part? Like there are many things, many small details building up to this final. You get a slight toe injury. A slight toe injury can be the difference. You get this is football.
Who knows?
Unpredictable.
Maybe we came to break the brother's leg in the first half. Or arm.
We have seen Ramos broke someone's hand at Madrid won the Champions League. So it can happen again. We don't know what's going to happen again.
Exactly.
It's part of football. It's all tactics. So wow, boy, I think we really have a good game. Tomorrow's game, just relax.
I just hope it will be good. I hope it will be good.
Get your popcorn and your drinks. I'm ready to watch that match because that's all of us should do.
I wish you could even do like a match watch along so that we'll get our live reaction.
It will be nice. Yeah. It will be nice because once they score a goal, it will go mad.
Yeah, we'll discuss about it if it's possible.
Yeah, if it's possible,
we'll run it. But yeah, let's move away from the. We have all agreed that Man City will win, but me, I predict Chelsea will win. We'll discuss the repercussions of the loser offline. What the loser will do. Maybe you shave your eyebrow or something.
That's too harsh.
No, put your money where your mouth is. You said it before. Put your money where your mouth is. But yeah, obviously. Yeah, continue.
I said you would tear your nonsense with possible shirts. I said no. How do you want to shave my eyebrow? Are you mad?
This shirt has done miracles for me in this life. No. I can't let go of this shirt. But let's go to the footballing world. Wow. What a 24 hours in the footballing world. What is going on? Managers are leaving, managers are coming in. Many things are happening. We have seen Andrea Bello has finally been sacked. I was like, God, if this didn't happen, I'll stop watching Juventus match.
Hello, can you hear me?
Like, what are they waiting for again? That guy is terrible. Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, I said, and this guy, Massimiliano Allegri has been appointed as the coach until 2025. Also, who else has been? Konate has completed his transfer to Liverpool for 35 million. Really excited for that one, man. That boy is good. I've watched him extensively because the boy is good. I've watched him; he's good. Actually, but the only downside is that he's actually injury prone. Who else? I don't know what else has happened. I don't know if you guys know any other thing that's happened.
Yeah, I think Alaba to Madrid has been confirmed. Contract to 2026. I'm excited about this transfer. I'm so excited.
Finally, we can have a left-footed, left-sided centre back.
Yeah. And he can also play right back. He can also play left
Left
back,
back.
as he can also play center defensive midfield. So I think he's a very good versatile player for Madrid. And again, I had Liverpool. I'm sorry, Barcelona. Those guys. I don't know how they have managed to pull this off, but they're getting three very good players for free: Aguero,
See,
Wijnaldum, and Memphis Depay, alongside Eric
okay.
Garcia, which is wow. I don't know how back
No.
Laporta
It's
must
not as
have
if
some cards that we don't know about.
no, those players actually want to play for Barca. You know, when you look
Yeah.
at Lionel Messi, you will be attracted to, and most of those players must have spoken to Lionel Messi and asked him, "Are you staying in this club?" Yeah. So if you are staying in the club, why not come? Aguero was obviously wants to play with his Argentine mates. So I don't have any other thing happening.
Yeah, and Messi's contract, we heard that he will soon sign
Sign,
a new
yeah.
contract with Barcelona. So I think it's a good thing for Barca fans here, knowing that their star man is going to stay. You get
Yeah.
other news around. We are not too sure if from Sky Sports told us that Tottenham are still in touch with Pochettino to return. I heard that Madrid.
That's a massive one. Oh, that's a massive.
Yeah,
Or
I
to
heard that
rejoin or either Madrid. Yeah, you're right.
I had Madrid too considering Pochettino or Antonio Conte, who just left Inter Milan. The Lazio coach Simone Inzaghi has left Lazio and he has signed with Inter Milan. I think on a 2-year
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
You get. So I think a lot has happened in the past 48 hours in the
Especially
footballing
with
world. I think around Europe, almost more than 15 clubs are having their manager change, which I think is the first time I've seen this in life. You get when most of the clubs are changing managers anyhow. You get, and
I don't know. Maybe with this Pochettino situation exactly. I don't know why he's leaving PSG. Why he think of leaving PSG for Tottenham. I don't know whether he's angry or he's not at peace with the PSG hierarchy or he's not loving. You know, to manage stars as Mbappe and Neymar, you have to be very diplomatic and you cannot just talk to them anyhow. You have to put your hand over their shoulders and be very diplomatic with them. Also, I've also heard that Zinedine Zidane might also go to PSG, so that might encourage Kylian Mbappe to stay at PSG for one more season.
no. What I heard was that Mbappe is coming to Madrid regardless of Zidane's position, whether Zidane is in PSG, it's in Bayern
Guys,
Munich,
stop
we don't
daydreaming.
care.
Why you dream? Why are you dreaming of Mbappe? Mbappe is coming
Believe
to
me,
Liverpool, man. He's coming to Liverpool.
he can't come to
Liverpool,
Liverpool. He's coming to Madrid, please.
Guys, see,
This argument is not for
when
today.
this Kylian Mbappe things happen, you heard it first from Adika. See, LeBron James, Kylian Mbappe are signed to Nike, and LeBron James and Kylian Mbappe, if you know them, you know both of them are very good friends.
All those things does not matter. He's coming to Madrid. Take it or leave it.
it depends
James
on the coach.
has a
It
stake,
depends.
owns Liverpool also. He has a share.
It does not mean. It does not mean.
It does not mean, let me tell you, players sometimes they play mind games. They play mind games. This one he can like this
See,
club.
who would want to be coached by this guy, Jurgen Klopp?
Not everybody wants to be coached by your club, let me tell you. Somebody would rather prefer being coached by Guardiola than Klopp or David Amaya. I'm not lying now. That's the truth. You get, and
Yeah, it's true.
playing for Madrid is any footballer's dream. Ask them. Forget that. Even Rashford, if you ask Rashford, the Manchester lad, just play for Madrid, he will tell yes. If you ask Ted, just play for Madrid, he will tell yes. See, Madrid is the biggest club in the world. You can't afford to say no.
Trent. No. Let me explain something for you. Trent is a
I'll not be
scouser.
surprised if in the future when clubs leave Liverpool, Trent might go to Madrid. Have my words.
Yeah, except things go very bad for Liverpool, but it will be really hard for Trent. You know, Trent was born in Liverpool. He's a scouser. He's a native. So that one, his story might see as Steven Gerrard. That boy will obviously retire as a legend. And for me, I feel that in the near future, a very rich owner might come and take over Liverpool because they have shown that if they can keep Jurgen Klopp for 10 more years, I feel the domination of Liverpool over this world will be massive. But for me, I feel Mbappe see, the thing about Madrid, it's not about playing for Madrid anymore. I don't think Madrid and Barcelona hold the kind of power they held before. It depends on the coach that goes to Madrid. Mbappe will not sign for a coach. He will not sign for a coach like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who doesn't know what he's doing, who doesn't know his left from his right.
Solskjaer can't go to Madrid.
No,
Stop picking rubbish.
I'm just making a hypothesis. I'm just making an example. He cannot sign for Solskjaer, or like, I don't think he will leave PSG and go to Pochettino. If Zidane goes to PSG, PSG won the Champions League, and Zidane has won the Champions League 3 times in a row. So why would he leave PSG? He will know that, if I can stay here for 1 more year, he still has like a year on his contract. Why would I rush out? If it doesn't work out, I leave the next window. So I think he wins the MVP of this Ligue 1 every season. So it's not really a losing situation.
Anyhow, I think those are the major transfers around Europe. It's interesting with Arsenal because I heard that David Luiz, I don't know, but he posted a picture on his IG saying he was in Barcelona. Barca fans, are you happy with that? David Luiz is joining your club, I think. You didn't see that it was on that group now. I think David Luiz might be a Barcelona player next season. Who knows? And also, Xhaka, I think Mourinho wants to make Granit Xhaka his first signing with Roma. You get Bellerin. I heard that Real Betis are coming for him. So Arsenal are really going to get a lot of players. I think Odegaard is going back to Madrid. I think there will be a lot of change around most clubs in Europe this season. You get this next season they're going to come. I think to make it more competitive still, because next to continue the fact that clubs like Arsenal are not in Europe, they might actually do something special or might be shocked. They might still finish above Man U and the likes. You get. So I still think that there's still a lot to happen. Hazard, Jovic, there are still lots of players to leave clubs. You get even Barca, there are players up for sale. Plenty clubs have players up for sale. So I think it's still an intriguing transfer window to come. And I think, I just hope it goes well for my club so that we can be able to win Champions League next season, because I want that one. I honestly want that Champions League. I don't know what about you, Sha.
I think Barcelona are going through a rebuilding phase now. Yeah, I think Barcelona are beginning to build their club again by bringing all these new players, and it's a very good skill for us. But for Champions League, I don't think we are going to win it. There is maybe in the next, let's say, 3 years, at most 3 years, before we can get.
I don't know about this rebuilding.
Because
Barcelona feels like.
Hello? This guy's network is obviously very poor. That's why. And it's because we're in Nigeria. That's why all this is happening, I agree with you. I don't think Barca will win the Champions League now. I think we should give them 6 years. 6 years to win the Champions League. And I think by that time, they would have been equipped. Yeah, when players like Ansu Fati, Pedri, Ronald Araujo, all these players, when they have become better players, when they have matured, that they have gained experience, that's when they might be able to fight for the Champions. But now, Barca should show their mind. They should just concentrate on winning Copa del Rey every season, because even La Liga, I don't think they're favorites anymore.
Hey yo, that's a mad roast, man. That's a mad roast. Even that Copa del Rey next season, I hope they'll see it too. But the only problem back is that they have Lionel Messi, who can take a game by the balls and win at any point. I don't know. I hope Barca keep sinking. I hope they keep going through their worries.
We all do.
I don't want Barca. We hope Barca, they collapse and things like that.
Yeah.
I love their downfall, but personally for me, I feel Barca you have already said it, a solid 3 years with constant change in the summer window, and in those 3 years they need like a constant, a stable coach, not just chopping and changing coaches every season. Valverde, Koeman now. Koeman, who was doing very well at the Netherlands. I don't know. You feel that he should have stayed at the Netherlands, but they have some good young talent. People have said it. They have De Jong. If Pedri can add
in his game,
shooting to his game and some pace. They do have a chance, but for me, I feel Mbappe's transfer this season is this pandemic thing has really hit clubs hard. So I don't know, only clubs like probably Man City that will be able to afford Mbappe, and maybe I don't know if Papa Torres don't keep money for him before, but you see.
Never doubt Papa Perez. Never doubt that guy. Most powerful president in football history. Don't doubt that man. He can just come up with something now and blink of an eye. Mbappe is in Madrid. Who knows? Trust me. I trust Perez, my guy. you know. So I think that's what
Yeah,
that's
yeah. As for me, I think Mbappe is going to come to Real Madrid, but I don't think it will be next season. I think it will be maybe the next upper season, so that
See,
um
all these
things are
things,
settled
all
down
these
for him.
things depend on the coach.
Yeah,
if Conte goes to Madrid, he's a serial winner. He has proved that he can win trophies. I think Mbappe will be
Oh,
attracted. If
I don't,
Pochettino goes to Madrid, I don't think you'll be attracted because Pochettino has not proven that he's a serial winner. You get like the Mourinho and co. So it depends on the coach actually.
I don't believe Conte and Real Madrid will work out for me. I don't feel Conte and Real Madrid will. We have seen how rigid and how hard it can be with Chelsea. Things even with Inter Milan before he started playing Christian Eriksen, it took a very long time because he said he didn't like the guy or something like that. So Antonio Conte and Madrid hierarchy, how would they work out? We don't know. It might work out, but I feel it won't because Madrid is such a team. I think Zinedine Zidane left Madrid because they are not giving him the things he wants. Zidane is a manager who has proved that he's a winner, and nobody will blame him for requesting for anything. What he achieved this season, as we have said previously on our former on our previous shows, we have said that what he achieved this season is quite fantastic considering he has had what he has had at his disposal this season. Sadiq says Conte is a good coach. You can't doubt someone that brought back the Serie A to Juventus when they are not winning for some time, and has now got Inter and has won the Serie A. He signed a contract with Inter and they paid him 12 million at 50 million, and in the contract there's a clause that says that he must not sign for any rival team in Serie A or any team at all in Serie A. So that's why he has to go abroad. If at all he's going to sign for a new club.
Yeah. I honestly think Conte is a good coach. It's just that the problem with Madrid is that you obviously have to play the best players you have. You have to play your best players, and if you don't play them, then the hierarchy will not be happy with that because you cannot buy a player and leave him on the bench. I don't think he can try with you Eriksen. He cannot try to any player in Madrid because I don't think it will work out for him. I think you end up being sacked very early in his Madrid career. We have seen Madrid
And he
sacking
gets
Solari.
ugly. You get very
Yeah, well,
ugly.
he has been. The Madrid sacked Solari, they sacked Lopetegui just because they didn't play the players they wanted. He gets so it's really intriguing what will happen. I think in the next 2 weeks before the Euro starts, I think there's still a lot to happen. More signings to be confirmed. You get so I think we really have a good
No,
transfer window
the
in our
transfer
hands.
window hasn't opened now. So why are we even rushing? The transfer window hasn't opened. So it's still the summer transfer window. I think it's after the Euros, right? So the way players will perform in the season, these Euros will determine their price tag. Your price tag might increase or drop
tag.
depending
Yeah,
on how you perform.
yeah. True. I
Is
also believe
there
that.
is there any other news that is happening? I think the only thing I feel there are other coaches that are also in the running for the Madrid post. Who knows? I saw someone saying that Gasperini from AC Milan can go there, but I doubt that will happen. There are
Gasperini from
many
Atlanta
shouts.
will be a dream. I love that guy. Attacking football. No caring.
Exactly.
Attack throughout. I like Gasperini. I like that guy. Very good coach. I feel he's underrated probably around Europe, but I think Gasperini is a very good coach.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, so guys,
Yeah.
Wanfari, I've had a very good one today. Today's one was, we had contradictory opinions, so that always makes it more interesting. Thank you so much for joining us,
Yeah.
David, today.
Yeah, so I think after the Champions League, we'll do a review.
We might even do.
I will be back.
We might even do a watch long. So we don't know. It depends on how things go.
Yeah, a watch along. Yeah, a watch along. So I think we might find out if Adika will tear his not his impossible shirt or not.
That's not happening. I don't care what's happening. That's not happening, man. I love this shirt too much. I've worn this shirt for like 7 videos.
Yeah, I think we should close for the day now. I think we've had a solid show. Thank for everybody who tuned into today's show.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. This guy says, Sadiq Samuel says Conte's discipline can change Madrid. I have that feeling. His discipline, see, it's not about discipline. Oh. You cannot treat players of you cannot treat Benzema anyhow. You cannot treat Ramos anyhow. You have to treat them with respect. So it's not a case of if you treat those players anyhow,
true,
fans will obviously complain. Homies PR says, when is the Champions League final? How for you?
Tomorrow.
I think 8, right? 8 or 9. 8. It should be 8.
8 is kickoff. 8 is kickoff.
Okay. Yeah. Kickoff is by
8. So plus 1 yes.
Yeah, it's.
So
8 is kickoff, but before kickoff they'll do all their singing and presentation of all this stuff you get. So you can tune in by 7. By 7 you watch it till like 11 and be satisfied with the game.
You feel like that's your business. So yeah, we will discuss offline if we have a watch along. You guys should tune in. If we do have one later, you guys should tune in. Thank you so much. Thank you, David. This was a good one.
Thank you, David, for.
Yeah, so safe guys now. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Peace, man. Thank you so much. God bless all of you and good night.